Doors is one of the most popular games on Roblox. Heck, I bet even you have played it before. It's got over 5 billion visits. But what if I told you that there is a Doors knockoff that is better than what it's copying? Because that's what I'm telling you, there's a Doors copy that's better than Doors. Roblox Pressure is a game I only found about a couple of days ago, and in that time I was able to drag myself and some of my buddies down a hole of...
Dalton, look me in the eyes. Are you ready?
No.
You're ready? Great.
Now I like Doors, okay? I think it's an alright game. But man, does Pressure really expand upon the concept. Because while I like games that have a simple concept, I kinda need more than just open door, die. Now while Pressure does stick to that concept a lot, there's a lot more than just that. Now while most of that happens to be in the lore, and man is there some lore, there are some other more notable things than that. First, let's talk about the game's premise. Why we're even there. In Doors, you're just kinda there. You get there and the game just expects you to know what to do. This has always bothered me, because it's like, what are we supposed to do? Well, I mean, of course we know what to do. It's kinda obvious. Go through the doors. But why are we doing this? Why are we in a hotel? Why are we getting chased by monsters? Why? But in Pressure, the game opens on a black screen with text saying that we are a criminal. What we did or whether we did is not important, but the company, Urban Shade, is offering us a chance out of here. Secure a highly important crystal from an abandoned facility of theirs, the Black Site. Us and most of our fellow convicts signed up, but we are expendable. Alrighty, this premise is super interesting. And while yes, not every game has to have a detailed background, motives, the whole 9 yards, but the game is vague yet informative. This whole game is just good with finding a balance. It's fun and sometimes terrifying. It's repetitive yet fresh every time, etc. Alright, now for the rest of the game. The gameplay loop is pretty similar to Doors. Actually, I take that back, it's exactly like Doors. Most of the enemies are based off of Doors characters. Infestation is just eyes. Engler and all his buddies are just Rush. But I love the design of Pressure's enemies a lot more than Doors. Infestation is a bull shark. I know this because of the lore entry, which we'll talk about later. That has, well, lots of eyes. Your player will be drawn to these eyes, but you will take damage for it. Engler looks pretty similar to Rush, I'm not gonna lie. But his variants really mix the gameplay loop up. Also, my god, are all their faces horrifying. I'm gonna go through all the variants really quickly, so here we go. Blitz flickers the lights a lot, and you have about 1 second to hear his extra loud scream before he comes rushing by.
Quick.
Pinky is pretty much the same as Engler, except this one does not flicker the lights beforehand. Frogger comes back and forth, and then after a little while, will come rushing back for the third and final time. Finally, we have Chainsmoker, who is slower than the others, which makes sound easier to deal with, but you get claustrophobic in the locker easier, meaning you have to wait till the right time to get in.
Okay, he went by.
Oh yeah, and then there is Pandemonium. He acts just like Angler and all his variants, except this one is smarter. If he finds you in a locker, then he'll throw you into this minigame where you have to keep your cursor in the center as he tries to force the doors open. I die to him a lot. We got Squiddles. They show up in the dark and will attack if you shine light into their face, like true gamers. And then we got Void Pearls that hide in these lockers. Just double check which locker you're in, but if you have teammates, then they can save you. I'm not even going to talk about all the rare entities that you can encounter, but I will talk about the grand encounters. Around door 70, you will enter this giant room and...
Not go into that things. Okay, 0 to 9 what? Logan, Dalton, there's a boss fight happening.
Yeah, Voltus Luminaria, or something like that. We're going to call it Searchlights, because everyone calls it Searchlights. Has 4 eyes that beam down rays of light to catch the player. If you get caught in these rays of light, and you don't have any cover to hide behind, then you will get impaled by a hook and then just shot straight up to its mouth. It's a scary looking creature, one that circles around the giant room. You have to fix 9 generators, and to fix them, you have to do this little minigame. As you do this, the Searchlights creature will go faster in its pursuit, until eventually... Alright, so spoilers to anybody who wants to play this game, which I highly recommend stopping and just playing the game for yourself. Alright? Everybody who doesn't like spoilers is gone? Good. So we enter the Ridge, where the announcer tells us that ahead is the crystal we've been struggling for. Because it powers the entire facility, the power will go out for a little while after we take the crystal. After this epic cutscene, we get thrown into the hardest, scariest, and hardest 10 rooms of the game. Rooms 100 through 110. It's dark, squiddles and anglers spawn out in a single room. It's just chaos. Using a flash beacon is highly recommended, as with one click, you can illuminate most of the large rooms, find a locker for when inevitably an angler will come at you. Also, flash beacons don't anger squiddles. I didn't know that. So let's say that you get through all that. You're now in one of the Ridge's airlocks. Because their internet has been going out frequently, Urban Shade realized that their underwater cables were broken and hired us. Not the smartest move if you ask me, as we're the one with the highly important crystal, yet they just make us do some handiwork. At least it's just us, Lucy the giant four-legged oil rig, trench bleeder, and oh jeez. I mean it's only one searchlight. We dealt with one of them earlier and then...
Yo, the music's starting. Alright. Ouch.
Okay, there may be two of them now, but we got this.
Oh, I thought that was the third one. Oh, thank gosh.
Why are there three of them now? Well, we're almost there. One left and done. Oh my gosh, we did it. I just gotta swim down here, and dear God, there's four of them now! After a very tense moment, pleading with my spectating friends to tell me where to go, we escape. See the trench bleeder squash one of the searchlights, like the giant underwater bug that it is. Oh yeah, I probably should have mentioned that the actual reason we repaired those cables was for this giant cannon to be able to work. Also for power to be restored, and the submarine to go back. I don't know, something like that. Pretty sure the cannon was supposed to vaporize the bugs with its giant torpedo or something, but it didn't scare off this guy. Alright, back to the ending. We get back into the Ridge's airlock, and we find a dock to escape. A submarine picks us up, and then we're pardoned. Yep, no twist ending where they kill us and take the crystal, nothing like that. We give them the crystal, they pay us money and burn our criminal record, and we're free to go. They say not to even bother telling people about our journey. No one is gonna believe us anyway. Now, I love that ending. The music, the intensity, it's amazing. I'm gonna be honest with you here. I've never beat indoors. I've gotten close, but I just never cared too much to grind all the way to beating the game. I've seen it on YouTube, and don't get me wrong, it looks cool, and I'm sure it's even cooler when you actually play it, but I mean, kinda hard to top. Now, other than all of that, there's one thing that I feel this game excels at the most. The lore. When you die indoors, you just get a little hint that tells you what to do next time. It serves its purpose, but isn't really anything special. But when you die in pressure, Sebastian is there to hand you a redacted file. At first, most of it is redacted, leaving you in the dark of most everything except the probably most useful piece of information. When you keep dying to a certain monster, the more their file is revealed. I'm pretty sure this is the first time in a game where I actually want to die to a specific monster, just so I can get that rest of the file. There's also so much more world building added into the game than Doors has. Now I get that having mystery can be a good thing, it makes the player think more, but as I said earlier, this game is vague yet informative, striking a good balance. Okay, I think it's about time that I finally bring him up. The most popular character of this game. The only friendly character in this game. Sebastian Solis. Alright, so I'm gonna keep this short because it's kind of a small detail, yet it has a pretty massive impact on the game. So after you die for the first time, you get introduced to this mysterious figure. He tells you that every time you die, you'll get a file on what killed you. For now, this guy is just a voice in the dark with 3 glowing blue things, as well as a light bulb? I don't know. But he also makes fun of you a lot, which is pretty funny.
You really suck at this, huh?
Just like Doors, there's a halfway shop that the player can use to stock up. Now, the characters in Doors Halfway Shop are kind of funny, even though there's only one that talks. Pressure made one character who was really funny and
Drop
looks
the
cool.
med kit.
Now, who is this guy? So this guy is Sebastian. He's the same guy that shows up after you die to hand you the file, and he's got a super sick design, a cool shop, and props to the voice actor for giving such a stellar performance.
Always be positive and look at the bright side of life. I won't, but you guys should.
How much health do you have?
Now, because I'm such a little hoarder, I managed to secure enough assets, the in-game currency, to buy Sebastian's file in his shop. Basically, he was also a convict who was transported to the black site back when it was operational in 2013. What happened was that he signed up for an experiment where trying to add gills to humans, and so they combined a lot of different aquatic animals' DNA into him, and that created his monstrous appearance. And then he was still kind of working for the place, but eventually he sabotaged the place for some reason. And he's the reason why the place is shut down, and all of the monsters are escaped and all that. Yep, Sebastian caused all of this. That might change how you view this guy. Probably not. He's still the best character. Also, whenever me and my buddies encounter his shop, we try to annoy him, because you can really annoy him by purchasing stuff using the key card. He'll start calling you stupid and all that. And so, me and my buddies try to get him to say the funny line.
What the hell are you doing?
So while I was working on this video, the game got a massive update. I haven't tried it out yet, but hopefully it isn't anything too game-breaking. Sure, it may add I'm pretty sure it adds a new monster, but hopefully it doesn't shake up the whole game to where it completely makes my review irrelevant.
Thankfully for me, it was just a minor update. It added stuff like a new part of the lobby,
Underneath
a turret that will kill on sight, and okay, sometimes it's kind of funny. But you can just sneak past it, turn down a lever, and then, yeah. Also, you get a new file for it. There's also a bunch of Urban Shade files now. And one of them happens to be the Painter.
What's this?
And you also get a badge for it. He's kind of funny.
I don't want to go back to robot mining. It's so mind-numbing. I can't bear it any longer. I just want to make art again.
Since AI artists aren't real artists, we reach the main new addition to this update. Sebastian can now kill you.
Don't do that again.
Now, because I was on such low health, I died when he threw me, but if you do it a second time, then you'll just shoot you point blank. Now hold on, Doors fans. Before you go saying that I'm biased towards Pressure and I hate Doors, which I don't, I will say one of my friends is quite the fan of Doors, and even he agreed with me on the statement that Pressure is better than Doors. Now I also want to recognize how many of you may say that Pressure is just copying Doors. It is. Like, Pressure is at its core a Doors knockoff, copy, fangame, whatever you want to call it. But there's a difference between simply copying something and actually improving a game's concept. So yeah, Pressure, a game that absolutely rocks. Yeah, I probably should have mentioned the game has an absolute banger soundtrack, but I kind of touched up on it while talking about the finale. But I wanted to keep this video short because it's been, it's been a little bit since my last video. So yeah, Pressure is easy, 10 out of 10 game for me. Honestly, I'd rank it above Airship Assaults, and it's just below Guts and Blackpowder of my favorite Roblox games list. Yes, I mean it. Thank you guys so much for the recent support I've gotten. I've reached 1,000 subscribers a little bit ago, and my channel has been growing even more since then. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. And to end off the video, here's the little mini speech that I gave after beating the game for the first time.
I have been pardoned. My crime's forever gone. Now here I am, with all the stuff. All the things that I've experienced. What do I say? Yeah, let's go! I won! Yeah! Yeah! Anyways. 10 out of 10 game. Door's got nothing on this game. Anyways, you guys just wanna play now? Sweet.